little bit late because of the setup, and we have to run a tight ship with our timing. So I will let you know the rules of our meeting. As you know, everyone has a cell phone. Please turn your cell phone off or set them on silent mode. If you are keeping on a vibrate mode, please don't keep it on the desk. Please mute your microphone unless instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Please keep your video on unless you have issue with the bandwidth or the microphone. Do not share your screen unless instructed by the Toastmaster of the day. You can use the emojis like thumbs up and claps as the members are using while using the word of the day and the phrase of the day. And kindly refrain from the movements as it will distract the people. And if you want to go away, please keep your video off when you are moving. And one more thing, begin your speech with the greetings, like President of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good morning, something like that. And the last but the most important one is keep a broad smile on your face throughout the meeting. So I will start with the guests in introduction round. Do we have guests for today's meeting? Please come on the stage and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Tell about your profession.
Just
How did you came to know?
hobbies.
Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Good morning. So my name is Nikhil and I am from Pune. I have been living in Pune from last 8 years and I have completed my BTech from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University. Then I have total 13 years of experience in IT fields. I worked in Reliance, Infosys, Vodafone, and currently I'm working in Catalia, a startup company. And my hobbies are playing guitar and watching Netflix. Thank you. Hi everyone, this is Mohit Kumar here. I am business analyst. I come from Rajasthan and I've been since last 6 or 7 years. I came to know about this Toastmaster from Google. I call Mayur and today I'm here. I want to be a public speaker and in the very near future I want to start my own podcast where I want to speak and deliver some inspirational stuff like science in my answer. I think this is the right place. I feel like happy here. I think this is the first time I have been in front of the people. I feel like yeah, I can do it and I'm looking forward to do that in front of you. Morning everyone. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to learn and develop my skills. Myself Omkar Jadhav and I'm from Latur. Currently now I'm a third year civil engineering student in Visakhapatnam College of Politics. And now apart from that I also preparing for the startups and for gaining the knowledge and to improve my skills. I have this platform to improve my skills. Thank you so much for giving me.
Yes, we can see Saroj is there. Saroj,
Hello, Saroj.
Vaishnavi Thakur is
Hello everyone.
Saroj is there.
Only Saroj.
Hello everyone.
So let's have
Just a second.
Just a minute.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Is audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm Saroj Kadam. I'm chemical engineer. I joined Toastmaster in 2019. So some reasons I left that, but I want to join again. Thank you.
Let's have a big round of will enjoy the today's meeting. So I will start with the theme. What is today's theme? Recycling helps. What the first thought of yours in our mind while listening to word recycling? That is something reused or the worst project, worst material, and on which we do some operations and reuse that product with the new products we can use repeatedly. So how we can achieve this recycling in our everyday life? I will just give you one example. Like we can use the paper bag instead of plastic bag. So it will help us to keep our environment clean and healthy. Let's moving forward towards Toastmaster of the day. Who is Toastmaster of the day? Toastmaster of the day is someone who is going to be the host of our today's entire meeting. So I request you to pay attention to her so that you can understand the today's meeting format. If you have any confusion about the today's format, then go through the agenda which hand over to you. So I start with the introduction of today's Toastmaster of the day. Today's Toastmaster of the day is someone who is working with the BP education team. She is banker by profession, likes to cook, also likes to practicing yoga and do craft and arts. So with a big round of applause, please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tulsi.
Thank you, Toastmaster David. Good morning, Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I am Tulsi, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting, and I will be talking about recycling helps, how it protects our environment and community. What recycling means, as Devi has elaborated, like recycling is reuse the product, old product or unused product and create it in a new way and for a longer period. Recycling helps us to keep our environment clean and helps us in and also other manners like animals, marine animals and etc. So I would like to give you some examples about how to do the recycling. Recycling begins at our home only. When we are not directly throwing our used products into the bin and reuse it in other manner, it is recycling. You are doing the recycle. So let's understand this by an example. Suppose you are using a you are using a glass bottle, and after using it, you can use it in a beautiful flower base vase by doing the coloring or any kind of creative art you can do. And trust me, these bottles are looking very beautiful when you use it in a flower vase, and you will get the appreciation from others also when they visit your home. You can decorate your own space by your own creativity. Another example I can take, many times when we are going out, we are taking beverages like in restaurants. So using plastic straw, we can use other straws that can be decomposed. Using coconut water, you can also carry your own straw. While going out, you can carry your own water bottles also. In this way, we can keep our environment clean. Let me give you an example of my life. Whenever I go out with my colleague, I usually used to deny the plastic carry bags, which when we buy something, the shopkeeper used to give us in a plastic bag. Every time I used to deny it, I only lift the packet and keep the plastic bag on the counter. So she said, "Why are you doing this?" I said that what is the use of this bag? Other way, I am going to throw it into the bin. She continuously follows me. And but she said it's very difficult to carry our own bag every time. But she is my colleague, and most of the time we go out, and she was watching me continuously. Even when using the coconut water, I am carrying my steel straw so that I can avoid the plastic straw. And after that, after some time, I I feel that she is also following my ways, and she is carrying her bag as well. And she has also bought her new steel coconut straw to uh, steel straw to consume the coconut water. So in this way, we can protect, we can create awareness about, among our peers also. We will talk further about this topic. Now, I would like to welcome our president, who is very energetic and motivating. Please welcome Master Chandrashekhar for his presidential address.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tulsi. I want to ask a small question to every one of you. Do any one of you know what this is that I am holding in my hand? Okay, let's be more precise. Anyone else? It's a bus ticket. Okay, exactly. It's a PMPL bus ticket. Can anybody highlight what could be? So it's a PMPL bus ticket, but it's just not a bus ticket. It's a pass, 50 rupees pass, which I can use for the whole day. And for the whole day, I can travel anywhere in the Pune using the PMPL bus. And it's a 50 rupees pass, so that means I can use both of the end. I can go into the Pimpri also, and I can go into main Pune station also. Now, why I'm talking about this one single ticket? I could have taken 5 more tickets, maybe paid 5-10 rupees extra, and I would be having 4 or 5 more tickets to collect with me. But if you see and if you think about this small task, that instead of buying 5 or 6 more tickets, we will be using more papers for it. But if I'm buying just one ticket, for which I have to pay a bit more, because I will be using it anyhow, but the usage of paper, we have reduced it to a very small amount. Similarly, when we do such things, when we try to do small changes in our life, be it recycling things, be it using less of the paper things and less of the plastic thing, we eventually helps towards the environment. We don't think about it that much, but a small help towards it can be really beneficial for our environment. When I came to Pune, the very first thing that I did was I met one of my friends whose name is Amir, who was a social activist, and he was saying that we need to do something for the raising temperature in Pune. So the best possible solution is to plant more trees and maybe expect that we will take care of those trees and the trees will grow further and we will be having a really good environment over here. So can anybody tell me how does a tree plantation work? Can somebody give me an idea? Like you have seen how does the tree plantation work? So anyone else or anyone has the experience of going into a tree plantation? Yes, Mayuresh?
Yes, I have done it.
Okay, so how was it? Can you like tell me?
What we did was that we visited a nursery, collected the plants, we went to the tree plantation site, and then we dug up the holes. Actually, the holes were already dug up, and then we put the plant into the hole, put some fresh soil on that, and water, we gave it some water.
That's great. Can we have a big round of applause for Mayuresh that he has at least done a plantation? And I would urge each and every one of you to at least plant a tree in a year and take care of it. Now, Ameya was a social activist and he was a person who used to think in a different way. So he thought when we do this kind of thing, when we go to a nursery, buy maybe a baby plant and we plant it somewhere. We take care of it for a day and then we come back. But the thing is, after that, we don't know whether the tree has become or not, whether the plant has been, is alive or not. So what he thought, can we do something different for this tree plantation? Instead of gathering at just one place, what if we can just plant a tree at our home and take care of it? So for it, he just did a one small thing. He recorded a video of a small girl who comes to a person and says that I'm still young, and she's saying in Marathi that when I want to grow old, I want the temperature of Pune to be below the temperature that is right now, and I want to have a good life. Can me at your home and take care of it? And that small movement, we did a paid ad for it, and eventually it busted into a really big movement for it. So the tree movement was called as Trippy movement. And during that tenure, almost 10,000 people planted trees in their exact home or the exact place they live in, and they are taking care of it. Now, if you see over here, the success rate of that tree going up is very, very high in that sense. So when we think about doing small, small things, small, small changes in our life, when it comes towards the environmental changes, it helps us, it will help the future generation, and eventually it will help the planet Earth. So I would urge each and everyone, maybe take a small step, reduce your carbon emission, reduce your plastic usage, and helps towards the environment. With that, I would like to give control back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tulsi, for the further proceeding of the meeting.
Thank you, Chandrashekhar, for sharing these wonderful ideas. We will try to incorporate these habits in our life. Now, moving ahead, I'm going to explain the agenda of today's meeting, how the meeting will flow. First session will be the prepared speech, and we are having 3 speakers for today's meeting. After that, second session is table topic session, in which we have impromptu speaking. Guests also can participate in this, and they have to speak about 1 to 2 minutes over here. And this session will be conducted by TM Deep. And third session is general evaluation session, in which evaluator will evaluate all the role players who have played in today's meeting. And for general evaluation, we will have someone today who is very cheerful and lively. I would like to call upon TM Insia to come on to share her ideas about general evaluator. Please welcome TM Insia.
Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, a very, very good morning to one and all. A very, very good morning to one and all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so I am going to be the general evaluator for today's meeting. As a general evaluator, my role would be to provide feedback or report for the overall meeting procedure and the role players. Once I will once I'll finish my report, I'll be presenting the report at the end of the meeting. To help me present this report, I have a tag team with me. As the meeting, today's meeting theme is recycle. So the most important thing in recycle are the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, and recycle. So we have the tag team who is going to help us reuse, reduce our filler words, reuse the proper language, and also recycle the time. For that, I would like to call upon the first role player of the tag team, the timer for today, who is by profession in fabrication and likes playing cricket, reading books, and watching movies. I would like Toastmaster Akash to please come up and explain his role.
Thank you. Good morning, President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. As a timer, I will time the all speakers, the evaluators, and table topic speakers. I will also alert each speakers of the time they have left, using green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific time remaining. For the speakers, at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the evaluators, at 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the table topic speakers, at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. A grace period of 30 seconds will be given on the upper side, and then the buzzer will ring. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash, for explaining the role. Now we have the second role player for today, the R counter for today, who is by profession a project developer, and his hobbies are drawing, reading books, playing football. I would like to invite Toastmaster Akash to play as an R counter for today.
Good morning, everyone. Presiding officer, fellow Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests, I am Akash, and today I will be playing the role of counter in today's meeting, where I will observe and note down the unnecessary words, sounds, and pauses used by members who speak during the meeting. The words like which include and, well, but, so, and you know, and pauses like and I will present my report at the end of this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. Now I would like to introduce you to the third role player for the day, that is the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Ankit, who is a software developer by profession and likes to read and code. Please welcome Toastmaster Ankit.
Good morning, President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I'm happy to announce that I'm playing a grammarian role for today's 490th meeting of Toastmasters Pune Northwest Club. So I'm introducing the word and phrase of the day. Word of the day is inviolable. And the meaning of this is that must be respected and not removed or ignored. The synonyms of this are unalterable, unchallengeable, sacred, and sacrosanct. It's the word is in adjective form. That means it can be used to qualify as a noun or pronoun. Its noun form can be inviolability, inviolableness, and its adverb form can be inviolably. So example sentence, the first example can be, everyone has an inviolable right to protection by a fair legal system. So this is the first example. Second example, which is related to that can't be removed or that can't be ignored. So it can be United Nations Environment Assembly, that is UNEA, need to set some inviolable principles for environmental safety. So can we have some examples from audience for word of the day?
In the world of AI and ML, where everything is getting replaced with the robots, the importance of public speaking is invaluable.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swan, for the nice uses of the word of the day. Now I'm introducing the phrase of the day. Phrase of the day is run a tight ship. And the meaning is to keep a firm control on the way your business is run so that it is well organized and efficient. And the first example can be, a small business has to run a tight ship on their cash flow. And the second example can be, every country has to run a tight ship on the carbon emission in order to make this world a better place for upcoming generations. Can we have some example from online mode or from guests or from any Toastmasters? Toastmaster Deep, can you go ahead?
Hello, happy morning to all. I would like to use word of the day and phrase of the day for given to me. Yeah, so the thing is that today is I'm table topic master for this meeting. However, it's not even viable for all the participants to be the part of this. And I will not put any tight shape to be the participant. However, you will be getting the benefits in terms of getting improvement in your impromptu public speaking skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. It was very nice to use the word of the day and phrase of the day in the same sentence. So as a language evaluator, my role would be to note down the bad as well as good uses of the language. So I would encourage everyone to use the word and phrase of the day generously. And I would request everybody to give a thumbs up when anybody is using the word of the day and phrase of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. With this, I give control back to the Toastmaster of the day for the further meeting procedure.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Insia. Now moving ahead, we will start our first session, which is prepared speech session. Our first speaker is TM Avadhoot. And before that, I would like to call upon evaluator Mayuresh, who will evaluate TM Avadhoot's speech. Please come on the stage and read out the agenda.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My target speaker is going to complete his speech 1 in level 2. The pathway is dynamic leadership, and the purpose of his speech is to learn or review the basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a very organized speech on any topic. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM Mayuresh. Let's welcome our first speaker, who is by profession QA automation engineer and who loves to play carom. Please welcome TM Avadhoot. Speech title is Listen Your Inner Voice. Listen Your Inner Voice, TM Avadhoot.
Yeah. अरे यार इसको पता है मगर मेरे टाइम पे ऐसा कुछ होता था
पार्ट ऑफ कनेक्टेड
इज इट कनेक्टेड
हॉटस्पॉट ही आपका अच्छे से चल रहा है मेरा शेयर कर दो
इसको निकाल दीजिए हां देखो मेरा आ रहा है क्या स्कैन करने का देखो
Online members, please be hold on us with us. We are setting up the camera over here. Please be patient. आपका ही लगा दो ना
fine fine this is part and parcel of a Toastmaster
हो गया भाई
नहीं
आप इधर ही बैठ जाओ
हाँ फाइन
Can anybody from online confirm me whether I'm audible and visible?
Yes.
Online members,
Yes.
please.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay, thank you. So, guys, how many of you take advices from others, friends, your relatives? How many of you? Right? Everyone takes. But how many of you take advice from yourself? From what is your soul speaking? What is your heart telling to you about that particular decision? How many of you? Very less hands, right? So I'll share my story. Before that, hello everyone, good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Back in 2006, I gave my HSC exams and I was waiting for the results. There was a little time to get the results. And instead of doing here and doing time pass here and there, I tried a police recruitment. And fortunately, I selected in that recruitment, and I started my training at the Belgaum. 3-4 months training were there, and you can imagine how hardly that training could be, right? Like literally 6 hours of exercise every day, right? In the morning, it used to start from 6 a.m. to 9 and then 3 to 6 kind of thing. And everything was going tough for me because it was the first time I left my home, and all the pampering went gone, and it was totally uncomfortable environment for me and doing those things. In between the things, there was we had a mess, police mess, and the meal was not up to the mark, and it was not homemade food. There was no any quality of food, different foods. So one of our friend came to us and told the guys, we can do one thing. We have one solution on this. We can do one thing that every Sunday we used to get off, half day off. Okay, and he told us that we have one temple over here in the police quarter area, and there used to happen some programs like engagements, marriages, naming ceremonies. And he said that, guys, I know we will be doing not good, but we can do this. We can go there and like bin bulai mehman and enjoy the foods. So everyone was okay with that because everyone was craving for the homemade or different type of food. Then we started doing that. We were enjoying the food on every Sunday. Okay, but that bad day came into our life. One day, our trainer saw us in that program, and we used to participate in that program by 2-3 people. It should not look like some different people are joining the event. So we used to join by 2-3 people. But he saw us together while exiting that hall, and he showed us like, guys, see you on the ground tomorrow. And that the first half, like 3 hours of training, changed into the punishment. 3 hours of punishment, you can imagine now. Somehow we completed the training, and it was the time for deployment. And we were so happy that I got a career. I got a career path in my life. I thought like that, and they deployed us on one of the bronze mine. You will wonder, even I also wonder that being a policeman, I should be deployed to the one of the police station or somewhere else. Why they are doing like this? So I went, I go with the flow. I went with the flow, and I went on the site like everyone. We went on that site. There was also 3-4 days of training in classroom training, how to do your job and all that. And in between, in the fine evening, we were having a tea, and one of our friend had brought pakodas from the market, and he saw my picture in the newspaper, and he like coming back to me that, Avadhoot, तुम्हारा picture है newspaper में, क्या किया तुमने? मतलब he was like, he don't know the Marathi language, so that news is in Marathi. Even I also wondered, guys, like what I have done. My picture is there in the newspaper. I get that picture, sorry, paper, and saw that the news was I got a first rank in my college for the 12th. So then, from my like inner soul, like told me, Avadhoot, are you at the right place, wherever you are? So I just ignored that. I just didn't bother to care about that voice. Okay, I went away. Sorry, I carried away the same thing. After few days of training of that classroom, it was the first day of our job, and you will imagine that you will be wonder that it was a job of checking up the random vehicles who are carrying the bronze to the ship, and to check whether they are legally doing correct all the like they have all the documents with them. And it was the first day for me and heavily raining that day. And we used to check that in rain only. Like literally that day, I felt very sad about me. Am I doing the right thing? Like my inner voice that day, again, it was a second signal for me. Scream like, Avadhoot, you're not doing this right. This is not for you. Literally, my heart told me that. And, it was, since it was second signal for me, and I got got a tears in my eyes. Since it was raining, nobody could see that. And that moment I decided I will not continue. I will give up on this, and this is not for me. I went back for the lunch on the room, and I told everyone that, guys, I'm quitting. I'm going to my hometown. So everyone wonders like, what you are doing? It is just first day of working, and you are just living. So I didn't bother about that, because see, sometimes if your inner voice is telling that it is giving you a signal, means something, your strength is on the different side. Okay, so I would suggest everyone to listen that voice. Sometimes we end up with taking advice from others, and we forgot to take advice from your own self. Okay, so try to maintain that habit. Before taking any step, try to ask yourself whether this is for me, whether this is in my strength, because you only know your strength and weaknesses. And there is one quote in English that totally matches to me. Sometimes wrong train can take you to the right destination. So with that, I would like to conclude my thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Avadhoot. Now moving ahead, we are having our second speaker, who is Ashutosh. I would like to call upon his evaluator, who is TM Chandrashekhar, for read out the agenda.
So Toastmaster Ashutosh is going to be on his table side project 1, prepare to speak professionally. The purpose statement says,
present a keynote style speech exemplifying a professional level speaker's point of view or a message in a style that supports the speech content. I wish all the best to my target speaker.
Thank you, Chandrashekhar. Let's welcome TM Ashutosh, who is R&D program manager by profession, and he loves meeting new people. His speech title is Infections. Infections, TM Ashutosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tulsi. Hello, everyone. So, before me coming on this stage, you must have seen Avadhoot as a speaking and a few other role players, right? And forget this stage also. Even in your daily life, you must have meet a lot of people. So, what is the thing that you observe when you're meeting to somebody? What part of his body you observe most? Face. Okay. Eyes. Who said eyes? Eyes. Okay. And gesture. You. Face. So. Say body language. How he. Body language. So when I say in his personality, what you see? So face, eyes, and hand gesture. Behavior. Okay. Though it's not of one's personality, the appearance, physical appearance, but okay, behavior also taken. So now, studies have said that in any of the conversation, whomsoever we are doing in our life, 83% of the people used to focus on hand gestures. And why? This idea is coming from our old caveman story, that when we were in the primitive stages, that when two cavemen are coming to discuss each other, the first thing that came in their mind, that what is here, for what reason he is here. Is he coming with a spear? Is he coming with a stone? Because at that time it was a matter of our survival. So we need to make sure that how he is going to behave to us is largely dependent what is his hand gestures. Say now if I'm going to talk to you like this, and I keep on talking to you like this, will it not create some kind of injustice in your thought that what he's hiding in his back? Maybe there's a flower, maybe there's a knife, or maybe we don't know what is there. And if I keep on talking like this, the curiosity will keep on increasing. That why he's holding his hand like this, and why not he bring his hand at first place? What I'm trying to hide. So hand gesture is a very important part of anybody's personality whenever he is speaking to somebody. And research has been also done that if we all have seen the TED Talks, right? And in TED Talks, there is a data that says that some of the TED Talks go viral like anything, and some of the TED Talks do not got that much of people's attention. Why? And if you keep on studying a lot of data of TED Talks, they will find that all those TED Talks which has got a huge attention was those in which the hand gestures were more than 450. And the TED Talks which has a less hand gesture, say half of that, got a little bit of less attraction. So here you see the hand gesture, in one's personality is something that plays a vital role when you want to communicate your idea to somebody. So whenever we are speaking to somebody, we always make sure that we have proper hand gesture. And why hand gestures? When we are speaking these days, we are not doing things like earlier. It's a matter of our survival. Whenever I'm speaking with my hand gesture, it simply explains that I'm not only speaking from my mouth, but I'm also speaking from my hand. And by placing my hand in a certain way, it explains that I'm underlining my some of the words, that I have a lot of confidence on my content and I know a lot of things what I'm going to speak to you. And by placing a proper hand gesture and keep on iterating my confidence to you that it is not that simply I'm speaking from my mouth, it is my entire personality that's going to speak to you all, right? So hand gestures is explain my confidence also. So today I am going to talk a huge idea to you all. Huge. Say, it is not huge, it is small. So okay, hand gesture matters a lot, and you got my emotions also. So today I'm going to discuss a big idea, making sense, right? And that big idea is we all catch emotions. We catch emotions how? So for that, there was a study also conducted in the Florida University that there were two sets of people. One was running on the treadmill and sweat pad was given to them. So he has to place a sweat pad on his body from where the sweat is coming, right? And another set of people were given a sweat pad, and those were first time skydivers. So two set of people, one was running on the treadmill and another was doing the skydiving for the very first time. And after collecting those sweat pads, it was distributed to some random set of people who used to sniff that sweat pad, and the observations were getting collected inside the lab. And you know what was the response? The most of the people who were in the lab who had to sniff the sweat pad, and the thing that happened, their fear response got stimulated for the very first time. And fear response was coming from the sweat pad, which was from the skydivers community. It means that the person who was doing the skydiving for the very first time has an emotion of fear in his mind, and the same emotion of fear was getting translated from there to the person sitting in the lab and was a part of experiment. So it simply means that the emotions also get transferred from place to place. Though it was not, those people are not connected to each other in any way. So the connection has been established. In another way, there were some set of people who were the topper in the class, and they were wearing a certain blazer, and they have asked to write the exam. And another set of people who were the failures in the class, and they have been given a different blazer to write some piece of paper on the exam. And again, the two blazers are taken out and given to the random set of people and asked them to write the exam. The students who were wearing the blazer of toppers scored a little higher as compared to others who were wearing the blazer of the failures. What has happened again? The confidence, the personality, the aura, the unknowingly conscious emotions or the notions that also again get transferred here also. So all I want to say that we all got emotions. knowingly or unknowingly. And we as a human being, we can also transfer those emotions to everybody. And the way I started that today I'm going to talk some big idea today. And that one big idea is how we can impart our emotions, how we can impart our how contagious we are in our life, how infectious we are, and we can infect people in a certain way, and how that can be done. So one is a non-verbally. When I say non-verbally, it means that I will not do anything, but just by my behavior, my way of doing things, it can definitely affect the people who is seeing me. And for that, let me tell you one example. My office is in second. I'm in Bazaar to R&D. My office is in second floor. So one day I came out from my office and started at the looking the window of second floor like this. I was looking at the window like this. And if you believe me, after some time, two more people come and join me. I don't know those people, and they are saying, look at this. And after some time, there was a good group of people. I don't know them. They all were looking at that window. I don't know why. See, and after some time, one of the colleague came and said, this window has some problem. I'm not seeing it for a long period of time. The window has no problem at all. And just I started looking at that window like this. Everyone was started looking at that window, and they were creating stories around that also. Is it not my non-behavior, my non-verbal behavior for other emotions, and also people to whom I don't know, they started behaving like me? Is it the right? That is the same case. And similarly, if I put a few more examples, like how non-verbal behavior matters a lot. So in our party, whenever we go and meet people, often we talk about the example later. Consider a case that I ask you that there is a snake at the Mayuresh legs. So what will be the first reaction of Mayuresh?
I just took my legs a little back.
Okay. And what about other? Tulsi, how will you behave after listening to the snake? She will scream. Okay, Chandra, what one others will do?
Maybe they will run away.
Okay, they will run away. So normally, first you will try to place your leg little backward and scream. Like, this is the kind of gesture that we do, right? And what we have actually done, I want all to please widen your eyes and do like this. Please. So what has happened over here also? We try to take a short breath, and with this we have gathered some oxygen in my mouth, so that if I wanted to run away, or if I wanted to take my leg back, so what all action that I need to do for that, I take in some amount of more oxygen as compared to earlier. Either I have to flee, I have to respond, or whatever way I wanted to do. This decide rather than you do not know exactly whether there is a sleep or not. Even this was a normal behavior. Just by my saying of something that it is a people's first response. Then rather than understanding the real happening, what is taking place over there, we behave as a first response to those things. Again, it is a non-verbal behavior. When you see somebody that he is behaving in a certain way, you start behaving before knowing the actual fact. So again, if I am acting in a certain passed, or how are you? Rather than asking these questions, I could have asked that how exciting you are, or what you have been into, what new things you have learned. Both the two questions are asking the trying to understand the same emotion, but the choice of words and the selection of words is little different. Mahesh, right? The way I'm trying to understand from the somebody's personality. So when we are talking to somebody, there are methods. There is a hormone called dopamine, and that hormone can be stimulated by just asking the right question and by the right selection of words also. When I'm asking to somebody that what you have been into or how exciting you are into your life, these are two different questions, two same questions, but the selection of word is different. And by having a different selection of words, we can stimulate those hormones. People maybe a busy day can be there for somebody, but if you are phrasing the right question, then how excited you are, what you are learning new thing, he will forget all his business and try to find that what was exciting and that has happened with him. And with that way, he can come up with more positive mindset rather than feeling the bad part of his life. So it is always about asking the right question. It is always about the phrasing the right sentences so that we can stimulate somebody's hormone that is good in nature, and by that way we can also transform somebody's mindset, somebody's behavior, how he is thinking and how he is communicating in his daily life. So non-verbal, verbal, and third is taking control. When I say taking control, I wanted you all to just sing a song and one word for me, like हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. So this is one song again. आँख है भरी भरी और तुम. See, two different songs, but the energy level will be high in which song? First one. हम होंगे कामयाब. This is our life. If we are singing a live song across our day, it is the word that matter most. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, we don't know that what we are singing or what is there back in our mind. We always can take control of our audience. We can always take control of our life. Words can do a lot. It can change the emotion. It can create all those wonders, miracles. It can create all those things that can't be done in a certain way. But if we are just changing our surrounding, if we are just changing our mindset, if we are just changing our words, if we are rephrasing ourselves, if we are rewiring our mindset, those objectives can be achieved. And the same study was conducted also. In a student, there was two group of students. One was asked to just memorize the song as well as possible for the entire day long. They were singing the same song, "Hum Honge Kamyab," and another group of people were asked to sing the song that "Aankh hai bhari bhari aur muskurane ka waqt karte ho." After going through the song for the entire day, next day both the students have been asked to write the exam, and both the two set of students were of same caliber, same potential. And the results were obvious. Who has good numbers? The one who was singing the song "Hum Honge Kamyab." So rather than your ability to perform, rather than your physical ability to do any task, it is also a mental ability, how you are doing good in your life, how you are performing in your life. And whenever you are behaving in such a way, definitely results can come in your favor. So we all can we all can keep a good track of our emotions, and not only our emotions, but also we can have a track of the other emotions also. We can control the world, we can control the surroundings in which we are operating. And by this way, definitely we have understood that we catch emotions, we get the idea how other people are thinking, and we can translate our message to somebody knowingly or unknowingly. When we meet people in our daily life, see, there are two ways of meeting people. When I say hello, hello, there is difference between these two. What was that difference? When I'm speaking just from my mouth, so that is one hello. And when I'm speaking not only from my mouth, but the upper part of my cheek also, so my eyes environment is also there. So these two hellos are entirely different. And there was a study conducted on that part also, and that was done in the University of Pennsylvania. When they have been asked to say hello, and there was a recording done for both the two cases. And in one case, they have people have to listen the hello from one side, and another side the people have to listen hello from the other side. They were not able to see their faces, though the voice response was somewhere that people can differentiate better way. That which hello was coming not from only from their mouth, and which hello was coming from their eyes also. And when the study was conducted, the people find that the whosoever was not listening to the person also, even he identified that the hello which was conducted with eyes also was people were more likable in terms of personality. You always try, just say hello from your mouth only, not from the eyes. Chandra? And from eyes also. Hello. See, the little of squeezing of eyes and the personality entirely changes. You become more friendly to me. You start liking more beautiful, handsome rather. Or you start connecting more to the people. So whenever there are cases like this, when the people are not speaking from their mouth but from the entire facial expressions also, the kind of contagious people they become more likable, they become more friendly, and we can establish more and better connection with them. So if in our life we wanted to scale up to ourselves, if we wanted to achieve new goals, higher goals, first we have to become more social, and we can become more social by becoming more contagious in a right way. We have to impart right infection to somebody, and we have understood that we all can control all these things. So we have to be more likable, and that can be done by being a non-verbal, verbal, and take charge of our time and their time by setting the right set of questions and right set of emotions. Thank you.
TM Ashutosh for this wonderful speech, and let us understand about verbal and non-verbal gestures, hand gestures, facial expressions, etc. Now moving ahead, our third speaker is TM Sucheta. First, before that, I would like to call upon TM Abhishek, who will evaluate TM Sucheta's speech.
Hello. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tulsi. This is the icebreaker speech, and the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. That being said, I would like to say all the best to my target speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Tulsi.
Her ice-breaking speech, who is R&D lead by profession, and her speech title is My Hobby. The speech timing is 4 to 6 minutes. My Hobby, TM Sucheta.
Hobby is the one which connects to the soul, and my hobby is cooking. Mr. President, Toastmaster of the Day, presiding officers, and my fellow Toastmasters, and I welcome you all guests. Please accept my greetings for the day. Let's do some time travel. Back onto the April 1990. A praying lady seated in front of the goddess prayed, "Oh God, please bestow all your kindness and bless me with a boy." Following day, evening 6:45 p.m., I arrived. I opened my eyes. Okay. Where is my mom? There she is, the graceful, beautiful lady. She is crying, holding my hands, holding myself in hands. So beautiful. I wish you were there. My parents began to raising me and my siblings with the proper amenities and luxuries. They gave me all the facilities, whatever is required to raise a good kid. I was very good at schooling. I was doing very good at academics. The turning point arrived when I got a first rank, I got a position first rank in the science competition. Everyone was praising me, appreciating my effort. See, they all know that I have a zeal to get something and to learn something. They praised me. And but when my mother is there, she's there, she's working in the kitchen. In the same night, she bestowed my cheeks and hugged me and said, "You're amazing. I wish you were back." That always puzzled me her behavior, her different behavior, why she's behaving like that. So I thought maybe I'm not helping her in the kitchen. So next day I started heeding her advices. I started cooking. I was getting good culinary skills with myself. But whenever I do cooking, she always tells me, Sucheta, remember, cooking is your hobby, not your job. So again, she electrified me with kind of briefly that cooking is your hobby and what is your job. I was confused with what exactly I want to do. I don't understand. Then eventually move on. I got admission into the. I just got to know that my hobby and my job is distinct. But what is my job? I know my hobby is cooking, but what is my job? It was yet to discover. I got a good grades in IIT JEE and admitted into the good college. I completed my engineering as a mechanical engineer and campus placed to the Bosch. The day arrived when I had to move to Pune. My family member, my Tauji, Tayaji, everyone called me. Everyone called me and asked, Sucheta, listen, you are not a boy. I said, yes, back of the mind I was saying, not in front of me. Yes, I'm not a boy. I know that everyone know I'm 25. Okay. They said, you are a girl, bounded with the society. You are a girl bounded with the society. That played and all puzzle has been resolved, all mysteries clear. My mother, why my mother want me a boy? She don't want a boy. She want an unbounded kid. She want a free kid from the society. So later on, somehow I could convince and perceive with my dad from the permission. I got the permission to allow me 1 or 2 years. Then I'll get married. So after 1 or 2 years, I did those 7 round and round just because it is necessary. So I did 7 round and round with Jen. Now I'm happily married. I'm raising a 5-year-old daughter. I'm raising 5-year-old daughter, unbounded daughter. She's unbounded with the society. But it's not the end. The turning point arrived once again. I joined Toastmasters. Mr. Mayur asked me to fill a form. There, the topic is mentioned, what is your hobby? I started writing, cooking is my hobby. No. Hobby is the one which connects to your soul. Cooking connects to my mouth. I wanted to connect to the soul. Then I again deleted. I wanted to think. So, dear friends, I am here to find myself, my journey. I would like to start. I wanted to explore myself, what exactly connect to my source. So, I feel that books and I feel really connected with the books. So, still I'm exploring. With that note, I wanted to tell you, please cultivate hobby possible which connects to your soul. Thank you.
So guys,
Thank you, TM Sucheta, for delivering such a wonderful speech. Now, anyone who wants to give feedback online or offline, they can forward the message or write in the online chat. Now, I would like timer to present his report whether all the speakers are qualified for it.
Good afternoon, dear guests, Mr. President and dear Toastmasters. Here is my report for the prepared speeches. First is the Toastmaster Avadhoot speak 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And second speaker Ashutosh spoke 19 minutes and 31 seconds. And third speaker is Sucheta Mr. speak 4 minutes and 51 seconds. All the speakers are qualified.
We are launching our voting online tool, so you can do the voting online for all the speakers, and we are doing it offline. You all have to close your eyes, and I will announce the name of the speaker, and you will have to raise your hand. Close your eyes, please. Our first speaker, TM Avadhoot.
Okay.
Second speaker, TM Ashutosh. Third speaker, TM Sucheta. Yeah, now we are done. Thank you. Yeah, we will go on 3-minute breaks. After that, we will finish. Timer, let me know after 3 minutes.
TM Tulsi is not audible. TM Tulsi or not audible. It's not audible. Toastmaster Tulsi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are now.
Yes.
Okay, so be mindful before every purchase, and if you are purchasing, try to deposit, try to put it in the bin also, and if you are purchasing anything that is decomposed by the professionals, so try to deposit there so it can be decomposed properly. Now we are going to start our second session, which is table topic session. In table topic session, you will be given a topic and you have to think impromptu and speak on that topic. So for table topic session, we have someone who is scientist by profession and he loves to play harmonium. Please welcome TM Deep.
Hope I'm audible and visible. My slides are visible to all of you. Can I get the confirmation?
Yes,
Thank you. Hello and happy afternoon to all. I, Toastmaster Deep, welcome you all again on this 419th Toastmaster Club meeting of Pune Northwest. I, Toastmaster Deep, being the table topic speaker for this meeting, very happy to be here with you to go with the table topic session. For the benefit of the guest today, let me speak up. What is table topic? There are two words, table and topic. So, in our day-to-day life, we came across various topics, various situations where we need to speak on that. There is no option, or somehow we have to speak on that due to certain situations. For example, during your interviews, for example, during your some business meetings, for example, during your society meetings where there is some issue and you have to raise the issue with the impromptu speaking. Yes, friends. So that's the purpose of the table topic session. Number one, to get an opportunity to everyone who are present in this meeting, but most importantly, to develop the ability to think on your feet and speak impromptu. Think on your feet and speak impromptu are the two basic things which we are going to get through this table topic. Let me once again, what we are going to get out of this. If somebody is participating in this particular session, then what implications, what benefits is going to get? You can see that you are going to get confidence, the self-confidence and the personal growth in order to attend your interviews, in order to be the part of your business meetings, in order to be the part of your society meetings, and etc. and etc. The benefits are tremendous. So there are three eyes of these implications. What will be the three benefits? Number one, in interviews, you'll be getting benefits to speak impromptu. You can be having impact during your business meetings, and most importantly, at the society level, you can create the impression. So I think that's really, really crazy and really, really interesting to go through the table topic session. And without taking much time, let me once again tell you why you should be the part of this table topic session. Because at the end of the session, we are going to evaluate the best table topic speaker, and we are going to award you with the certificate. So without taking time, let's proceed, and let me share a quick tip for the guest, because table topic is really interesting for all the old Toastmasters, but for the guest, it may be something anxious moment to speak impromptu. So quick tip is that you can always try to speak on the given topic by connecting it with your personal experience. Because the big rule of this table topic is that there will be only 2 minutes. Actual time is just 1 minute, but 2 minutes is the maximum time. So if you exceed more than 2 minutes, you may be disqualified, provided that there will be 30 seconds of the grace period. Whereas if you speak less than 1 minute, then of course you will be disqualified and will not be taken for the evaluation for the certification. So with that note and with that quick tip, now let me invite somebody who is the old Toastmaster of our club and who want to be the part of table topic session. Hands, please. Any Toastmaster from the club, so that so our sequence will be Toastmaster followed by guest. Our sequence will be offline and online. So we will try to. So my objective is that everybody should get the chance. And with one disclaimer, I would like to restrict the participation from the role players. Again, the objective is that everybody should get the chance, and role player being the part, taking the part in their role will be repetitive for them. So anybody who is not role player and anybody who is the Toastmaster of the club would like to come forward.
Deep, and can you see me on the stage?
Yeah. Yes. So Toastmaster Mayur is with us and he wants to be the first speaker. So let's have the round of applause for Toastmaster Mayur to come forward and for his participation. So let's see. Yeah, and I assure all of you, this table topic session for another 18-20 minutes is going to be very, very funny, I will say. Funny in terms, all the topics are going to some funny quotes, and the speaker has to talk on the given quote. So let's see what is there for Toastmaster Mayur. Yes, happiness. Insulting your best friend for no reason. Toastmaster Mayur, happiness is insulting your best friend for no reason. Over to you, Toastmaster Mayur.
Pretty tough one. How I can find the happiness if my friend is like even I'm insulting him. But yeah, most of the time where we are having a private talk or we are in a kind of friends wherein we are comfortable to make our friend guilty or kind of whenever he has committed any mistake or somehow he has not invited to kind of party which he has recently thrown. That time we take that opportunity and insult as much we can, right? Maybe sometimes we put a WhatsApp status, like kind of photos which is not good in at which are very private, and those we have captured kind of rare moments, kind of like just like in his bedroom we have catch those photos and we try to post, all the social media platforms. Like when I do remember when we were in college, one of my friend, like we celebrated his birthday at midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning, and that we click some pictures, we throw some kind of some vegetables, milk, and kind of things on overview. And then on the next day, we share those photos in our unofficial group where girls were there, everybody was there, and we tried to make as many. We put a profile picture of that our WhatsApp group, so everybody was able to see that. So yeah, we have always find very much happiness in terms of insulting because there was no reason. His was birthday, that birthday was used like supposed to celebrate it, but we took that as an opportunity, and yeah, we find out happiness, and that was invaluable.
It was really great to listen the point of view from Toastmaster Mayur. So it's time to go ahead, and meanwhile, I request any guest who is on offline mode to come forward who want to take an opportunity to speak impromptu. So it's the platform where we are going to offer you an opportunity to speak impromptu. So who is there? Please let me know the name.
Hey, hi Deep, this is Mohan Sutar here. Yeah. Hi everyone.
Could you
Mohan
please
Sutar.
repeat your name, please?
Mohan Sutar.
Mohan. Sutar. Okay, I will take Sutar as the what I heard. Yeah. So guest Sutar is with us, and for his, let's see what is the next topic. Yes. All my life, I thought air was free until I bought a bag of chips. All my life, I thought air was free until I bought a bag of chips. Guest Sutar, over to you.
I think this is pretty pretty tough one. Because I never eat chips, and I think I heard about this first time. But I still have to speak about it, yeah. So I am a father now. I have a mother, she's one, and for her I have to buy chips. And that's when I think I think before this one, I recognized this one thing. The chips bags are having more air than it has chips. Because in the every morning, I think it is becoming a routine for me to go to the shop and buy some chips for her. And what I encounter is that she's loving punching the chip bags than eating the chips. And I think the more air in the chip bags is I think making her more happy than the chips itself. And I think I'm good for now. I take yeah. I can only take my daughter's example. I think that's what I mean.
Thank you very much, guest Sutar, for your participation. It's time to move ahead, and I request Toastmaster. Anybody who is the Toastmaster and who's not the role player. Maybe online, maybe offline. The condition applicable, no role player, please.
What? Okay, so that's fine. So we have one guest Toastmaster that I would like to call. Is that okay?
That's fine. Please let me the name, please.
My name is Nikhil.
Nikhil. Yeah. Once again, we are with guest Nikhil for the next table topic. Let's see what is there for guest Nikhil. Yes. So guest Nikhil, I also request you to read the topic at your end because it's a big topic, but little bit funny topic. And yeah, so it's nothing but that bed and you are perfect for each other, but my alarm clock keeps trying to break us up. Guest Nikhil, over to you.
Hello, everyone. So my topic is me and my bed are perfect for each other, but my alarm clock keeps trying to break us up. I think like sleep is very important in our life. So, but we have to be perfect in how much time we should sleep, and we have to be aligned with everything. Like we have to wake up early in the morning, and we should go for our exercise. If we have to be healthy in our life, we should wake up early in the morning. And every time when I try to wake up early morning, means the sleep overcome my all I would say whatever I have decided to do, all my sorry.
That's fantastic, guest Nikhil, to talk about your viewpoints on the given funny topic. Meanwhile, I request our timer to be make us conscious about the time, how much we are left for the time. As there are total 20 minutes for this session, and I think we are almost done with few 5-8 minutes. You can pitch in between if the time is left. We are not playing time. So moving ahead, I request anybody now, any guest or any Toastmaster can come forward. No condition applicable. Once again, Toastmaster Avadhoot, being the speaker, you are not applicable.
Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. Can we give chance to this? Because he hasn't played any role, right? So let's give Thomas then who has not played any role.
So who is there? Yeah, who is there right now with us?
Yeah, my name is Nitin.
Yes, Toastmaster Nitin, welcome you for this session, being the next speaker. So let's see what is there for you. Yes, you can look at the picture. So it is something related to singing in the bathroom. Singing in the bathroom remains fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. Singing in a bathroom remains fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. Toastmaster Nitin, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Allow me to give me think for 20 seconds.
Yeah, you can take 10 seconds. And
Oh,
then timer can start the time.
Yeah. So there are two ways to show your talent. Some talents can show to the world, which you are grateful. But more grateful are something which you want to show it to yourself. And that's when you, in the shower, bring out that the singer within you. Can be Kishore Kumar, can be Mohammed Rafi, depending on the situation which you are in. But what's the funny thing is, you're enjoying the moment. That moment is important. And the thing is, you're not worried about the audience because you're the only audience. No judgment, no one is to appreciate, no one is to say you are not good, not bad, nothing. You are there for yourself. That's your 20 minutes of time. And that's the thing, that something which we have to do it for ourselves. That is called my me time. every day we should take out some 15 to 20 minutes of a me time to think what we are, where we want to go, are we in the right path, and that's where we should use this time. So thank you so much.
That's great to listen to you, Toastmaster team. Next speaker, please. Meanwhile, I request again timer, how many minutes we are left with.
Yes, sir. Myself, Omkar Jadhav.
Guest Omkar is with us. Welcome, guest Omkar, for your turn being the next speaker for the table topic session. And let's see what is there for you at the screen. Yes, now it's again further to the last topic, but here you are having just two pictures, soap and shampoo. Toastmaster guest, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to develop my skills over the here. My topic is about talk about shampoo and soap. All we know is that we do the bath on early morning, and we use soap and shampoo every day. Shampoo is for to clean our hairs, and the soap we use to have a clean and healthy body. You know? Both makes us healthy, and it's a product that we made artificial. It's not a natural, and which help us to make us clean, right? And shampoo makes our hair clean, and I think we have to while build a product, we must go for both sides. Like by taking care of our hairs with the naturally also and with the artificial also. While any company builds any product, they must have to make sure that product has to be some natural things, so that our hair should not get more damaged. And somewhere also I analyzed that some companies are also building some products without making care of all the natures. So something I think I will take care of it. So thank you.
Toastmaster Akash, could you please update me how much minutes we are left with this session? Could you please?
Yeah, we are done with the time. Toastmaster, can you hear me?
Pardon?
Yeah, we are actually running behind the agenda because we started 10 minutes late, so we can wrap up the session.
So we can stop here right now. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Well, so before leaving, let me share a quick tip for those for their future benefit in terms of being the part of this table topic. So let me share the quick tips. Yeah. So rule of three. So rule of three is something that everybody can be having in their mind while taking the part in the table topic. You can put some structure into your speech, irrespective whether it's impromptu or promptu. Specifically, in terms of table topics, you can always think in terms of breaking your topic into 3 main points, and you can justify each point why it is so. For example, my best holiday ever was in Tibet, and you can relate it why. What are the those results? So within a 1 to 2 minutes of span, you can very well speak on the given topic. With that note, all the best for the result of all those table topic speakers. And let me stop my screen here. Thank you.
Thank you, TM, for conducting this wonderful session. Now I would request timer to present his report whether all the speakers are qualified for this topic.
Good afternoon, President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. All the speakers spoke very well, and all the speakers are qualified. And let's give a big applause for all guests.
And thank you, Akash. Now moving ahead, we are going to evaluate the speakers. So I would like to call upon first evaluator. Okay, we are going to do polling for table topic session. We have have to follow the same rules. We have to close our eyes and raise your hand for the speaker whom you would like to do.
Yeah, sure, call them. Please close your eyes and Akash is going to call the names for all of us. Right? Please go ahead.
First is Toastmaster Mayur. Second guest, our guest is Mohan.
Good.
Third is our guest Nikhil. Good. Okay. Next Toastmaster Nitin. Okay. Next guest Omkar. Good. Okay, done.
Now we are done with the polling of table topic session, and we will start our evaluation session for the speeches. I would like to call upon evaluator first, Ms. Mayuresh, who will evaluate TM Avadhoot's speech.
Please share the screen. Chandra is fixing. I am good. Spotlight. Speaker. Good.
My target speaker was Master Avadhoot. He was going to write a speech which has purpose and restructure it well. And let me say that when he presented the speech on the stage, he presented with an excellent energy, and for which he deserves the kudos. He also connected with the audience with his personal story and explained how he did the training, how it was. He suffered some setbacks, how it was generating some adverse postings, and how it awakened this inner voice in him. So that also goes for one point regarding his speech. And when what I noticed, he used the whole range of stage from this side to this side. And so it appeared that he is relaxed on the stage, he has connected well with the audience, and he is comfortable with himself. And that was a very good sense for a speaker. Now, as far as some recommendations are required, I would like to say that a little voice modulation would have taken the speech to a very high level. And the second thing was that he could have had some dramatic effects in his story that would have made the speech more entertaining. For example, when he was saying that his trainer saw him at the wedding, he could have gone like that. Oh, my trainer saw me at the wedding, and now I was wondering what is going to happen next. And when he was suffering on the training, and then on that day, it was 3 hours. 3 hours of the vigorous training, and it really broke my mind. Like that. So that would have made the speech more entertaining, and it would have been really good to see that. What I noticed in the speech was that even though the speech was really well structured, with the increasing of the awakening of the inner voice, like the main part of the speech, for which we were talking about from the title itself, it came very late in the speech. And as far as I remember, at that time, the first part was already shown, so there were only 2 minutes left to explain how that inner voice changed his life, how did he take his life in his own hands, how he made the changes on his life, and how he is here today. Because otherwise, I would have been expecting him to be in the police department. Instead, what he could have done was that shorten the story a little bit, then say around the third minute, my inner voice was awakened, and because of awakening of inner voice, I took these steps. Because of that, now this is what I am doing. Yes, that's why here I am, and this is how my story has come to a full circle. Just because I listened to my inner voice. So that would have given a logical conclusion and closure for the whole speech. Overall, I would like to say that the structure of the speech was good, and the speech content and style, they were matching with each other. Like the speech was about his life story, and it was a serious story. He tried to add some comedy into it, but yes, it was a little serious story, and he had all the seriousness about what was his life. So I would like to say, really great speech. Thank you, and over to you.
For this evaluation. Now I would like to call upon the second evaluator, TM Chandrashekhar, to present his report.
Infectious, isn't it? Not just the speech, but the that speech. I would like to ask just one question to all of you. Before the speaker started speaking, what was the first thing that you noticed in the speaker? Can anybody tell me? Hand gestures? Listen. Yes. Okay. Guess I would like to know what was your observation in Toastmasters? Confidence. Okay, great. So the very first thing when somebody comes on the stage, or whenever we want to listen to someone do, we first see what that person is looking like and how that person is, whether he is professional or not. And the project title recommended that prepare to speak professionally, where you have to give a speech for 18 to 20 minutes, which is a really long speech. And Toastmaster Ashutosh did the justice to the throughout the project, which is prepared to speak professionally in his own manner. And the style that he chose was, for me, it was like engaging interaction, because throughout the speech the interaction was there. Can we raise a hand on this? Yes or no? Right. So first I would like to highlight what were the commendable things in this speech. The very first thing was the engagement. He started with a question by asking, what do you see in a person when you talk to them? Then he collected all those thoughts and presented what he is going to talk about. In the starting, he talked about the very first thing, that is the hand gesture. And I thought, oh my god, for the 18 to 22 minutes, Ashutosh is going to talk about just hand gesture, but not. Then he moved on to the next part of the story, which is the non-verbal and verbal communication. And over there, he started to utilize his whole body language. We could simply see that he was moving from this part of the stage to this part of the stage. Whenever he has to narrate a different point of perspective. When he was talking about all the research that has been conducted, he is talking about the one side, where he is talking about the students who were on the track and the students who were on that jet. So he took a different side to talk about each and everything. And that's a really key point of a speaker. When you talk about two different sides, you have to switch places, and that creates an impact. And the third thing that I really liked about his speech was the delivery, the voice modulation. When he wanted to emphasize on point, he slowed down and let us interact with them and let us get those thoughts inside all of us. So really great speech, and I really enjoyed it. Now coming to the recommendation part of the speech, there were really less scope of the improvement as I could see in the speech, but a couple of recommendations that I would like to give to Toastmaster Ashutosh. Throughout the speech, I felt like when he was speaking, the speed of speech was very fast. So he could have slowed down while speaking. And the second thing that I would have liked in the speech was, towards the end of the speech, a small point of summary to all the things that you have said for 18 to 22 minutes. We talked about non-verbal communication, we talked about verbal communication, we talked about hand gesture, and many stories. So if you could have connected all the dots towards the end, that would have been a really great speech. But overall, I would like to say that great use of body language, great use of voice modulation, and great use of stage. If you can work on the pacing and connect all the dots together towards the end, the speech would have been spectacular. Spectacular, I mean. That's it from my side. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
In this evaluation. Now I would like to call third evaluator, who is online, TM Avadhoot, who will evaluate TM Sucheta's speech.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you so much. The funniest thing about hobby is that you can do pretending about it. Either you like it or you don't. Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Icebreaker. This is one of the topic that is thrilling and challenging to everyone. And because this is sometimes the first speech of a person, this is the most memorable one. By listening to Toastmaster Sucheta's speech, I felt like she has found her hobby in today's meeting, and I would like to congratulate her because of her icebreaker speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sucheta. Now, the objective of the icebreaker is to explain about her to the club, introduce her to the club, and understand the basic structure of public speaking, that is opening, body, and closer. In the beginning of its speech, she started with the greeting. During the body, she followed the structure of sequence. That means she started with her childhood, then her family, her academics, job, hobbies, and finally Toastmaster. At the end, what she wants from her life. Finally, she concluded her speech by telling that she is still exploring her hobby. And at the same time, there was a call to action, that is to cultivate hobbies. She asked the audience to cultivate hobby themselves. So this is a wonderful structure by her. I would say that she has completed the objective of the icebreaker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sucheta. Now, what I liked about her speech is that the topic, hobby, was ingrained throughout her speech. So after he started talking about her childhood and her academics, she directly jumped towards the theme of the topic of her speech, that is the hobby. She talked about cooking and how it moved throughout the speech. Again, what another thing I liked about her speech is that she didn't just give answer at the right point at the beginning itself. Every time she talked about her hobby, there were some questions. The question that used to hook the audience. They want to listen, they want to understand what is going in her mind. And throughout that, she continued her speech towards the end. Also at the end, she talked and gave the answer to the audience. This is what I really like. Again, talking about her body language, you might have observed that her mannerism was very graceful and her voice was very calm. You could see that she was quite comfortable standing in front of the audience and speaking. Her hand gesture, it was extraordinary. It was really nice. And also she was making eye contact with all of the audience. So regarding the body language, it was fantastic. Although there can be some deliberated movement that can be added, but still, it was very wonderful, very confident, and the feeling of confidence, comfort, it transferred to the audience as well. So wonderful job on that side. Now, as this is the icebreaker speech, I will not be giving any recommendation to you. Further going to the next speeches, you will get more suggestion. You will study more about how to give a speech and you can use that. You will get suggestion. So for that, you can use the current skill and keep growing. To sum up my speech, the structure was really nice. You have completed the objective, your body language and structure was really nice. So with that being said, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Tulsi and all the best for upcoming speeches.
For your evaluation. Now we will do polling for evaluators, and the same process will be followed. There are 3 evaluators. I will speak the name of evaluators one by one. You have to place your hand. Yeah, timer is going to share his report. All the evaluators are qualified.
All the evaluators are qualified.
Then now we are doing polling for evaluators. First evaluator is TM Avadhoot. Second evaluator TM Chandrashekhar. Third evaluator TM Abhishek. Now we are done with the polling. And now we have reached to the last session of this meeting, which is general evaluation. Our general evaluator has kept an eye on all the role players, and I would like to call upon TM to present her report.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tulsi. A very good afternoon to one and all. Firstly, before giving the report for the day, I would like my tag team to come upon and represent their reports. So firstly, I would like to call the timer for today, Toastmaster Akash, to please come forward and give the timings.
Timer report is done. We can move ahead.
Okay. So now I would like to call the R counter for today, Toastmaster Akash, to come forward and give his report.
Afternoon, everyone. What topic and our computer. Mayur. Yes, Mayur, he did well. He did well, and Mr. Sitaria, he did well, and he put some unnecessary pauses, and 3 times he used spark, and within he spoke a little bit, and user, and 1 time Omkar also one and one times.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Ankit to please come forward and present his grammarian's report.
You are called grammarian, right?
Yes.
Can you be proud of Toastmasters today? So in today's meeting, some of the good uses of words for some words for it. So I will list them. So first one was creepy. The meaning of that is something that affects mind. And second is eventually, meaning is in the end. That is zeal. That means great energy or enthusiasm. It is exemplify. So to be a typical example of something. Fourth one is perplex. It means make unable to grasp something. Vital, meaning is important. Stimulated, to make something active and more active. Contagious, something which can be get after touching. Indigenous, so belonging to a locality from a known place or birth of origin. Spectacular is very impressive to see. And the phrase used today was theme on some of the improper uses of language was there was a incident description in the past. One of the speakers used like I get the picture. It should have been I got the picture. And one improper user prepositions were like after few days of training off the classroom, it should be in the classroom. One of our speakers, like again, improper use of names was like improper use of pronouns. Studies had said, it should have the studies have said. One was like one of the speakers told like I keep on iterating. It should be I keep on iterating. And again, one improper use of pronouns was there was two sets of people. It should be there were two sets of people. Again, one event was described in past like we all got. Actually, the event was described in present. So it was used like we all got emotion. It should be we all felt emotion. And one interrogative sentence was used. And the sentence was like, "What you are learning new things." It should be what I'm learning. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for that report. Now, I would like to present my report for the meeting today. Firstly, I would like to go by the role players, by the sequence of the role players who has come. So, firstly, I would like to start with Sergeant at Arms for today. She started the meeting at 11:11. Due to some technical glitches, actually the meeting started late, which was informed on the group. But the only one suggestion regarding the same I would like to give is that it could have informed in the meeting also, because there were people who had already joined. So if that could have been informed that the meeting will be starting late, would have been better. She explained the mission of the club. She explained all the rules, offline and online rules properly. She started it on energetic tone, and she started with an inspirational quote. Kudos to her for doing that. The introduction of guests were taken on online and offline mode, which was again a good job done. uh, the only few suggestions that I would like to give the Sergeant at Arms for the next meeting would be, if she could, as we were already running late, so she could have cut short her introduction of the theme, and maybe should have hand over the control to Toastmaster of the day a little sooner, so that we could have saved some time there. Also, the writing on the board is something which I would suggest, if that can be taken into consideration and practice from upcoming meetings, so that it is more visible who is playing which role, and it is easier for others to have a data of that. No, but apart from that, I guess she was playing the Sergeant at Arms for the first time. So kudos to her. It was a very good job done. Now let me move towards the presiding officer address, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. As always, his presiding officer address was on point. It was theme related. He started on a very intriguing note. He started with showing a bus ticket which captured everybody's attention. It was inspirational, energetic. There was a personal story which hooked up everybody. It was short, crisp, and he made sure that the time he is using is proper and in consideration with the time that we have lost. So kudos to him. I have no recommendations as such for Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Now, moving towards the role players for today, starting with the timer. He introduced the role properly. He short and crisp. He spoke about what are the timing criteria, what is for green, yellow, red. Kudos to him for that. Explaining the only recommendation that I have for Toastmaster Akash would be maybe showing the cards while he was explaining. So it would have been better. So I could see that he's explaining the timings, but the cards were not shown. So that is one feedback or recommendation that I would like to give him, so that it would have been easier for the others to understand, and people who are attending first time to understand what exactly a card means, and which card is he talking about. He explained the report and gave the timing criteria properly, and who is qualified and disqualified was also mentioned properly. So kudos to him. Good job done on that part. Now let me go towards the R counter for today. He came up, he explained the role properly. He could tell that what is his role, and what was he going to the filler sounds, what are those filler sounds, and how is he going to keep count on it. So good job done on that part. I think he was playing the role for the first time. So for the first time role playing, it was a good job done. He was able to maintain a count of R's and ums. The only recommendation for him could be, maybe he can mention the number of R's and ums. If 5 minus, if it is 5 plus, of course you will say 5 plus. But if we can get specific numbers of R's and ums and filler sounds used, or unnecessary pauses used for each and every player, and not just some role players, and every role players, Also, if you can mention the flawless speakers and have a round of applause for the same in upcoming meeting. Apart from that, it was a good job done. Now, talking about the grammarian for today, the phrase of the day and word of the day was circulated in the meeting before on the meeting groups beforehand. uh, he explained his role really well. He took examples. He asked members to give examples. There also, one thing I would like to appreciate is that he made sure that he's only taking one example, because he was aware that we are running a little short of time. So he made sure that he does not take a lot of time in taking that. So kudos to him on doing that. The only again, presenting of report was done really well. He told what was the good usage of the words used by Toastmasters and what was not so good usage of the language. He explained that properly. The only recommendation would be if he could mention who all did use phrase of the day and word of the day, is one thing that he missed mentioning. The second thing that I would like him to recommend is if he can circulate or maybe get a phrase of the day and word of the day on the location, paste it maybe so that it's easy, or maybe put it in the chat on the Zoom meeting to several times, so that the people are more encouraged to use the word of the day and phrase of the day, is something which I would recommend. And a challenge that I would like to give him is maybe get a tip next time, so that it will always help people to learn from it. Talking about evaluators, I don't have any such recommendations for the evaluators, as they have evaluated using CRC approach, so I don't have any as such recommendations for them. Now, talking about the Toastmaster of the day for today. So the theme chosen was very intriguing, Toastmaster Tulsi. Firstly, I was very intrigued in knowing that what would be the theme about. How are you going to use that in the Toastmaster meeting? Very informative theme. You had a personal story. You attached it with the theme, and also that added a lot of value in the whole theme and the theme introduction. You were very confident. I don't know if you've done this role before offline, but you seemed quite confident in front of the camera, and you were really good. um, the only recommendations that I would like to give you as Toastmaster of the day is one thing. I thought you could have been a little bit more interactive with the audience. You could have come up with maybe some questions in the starting to intrigue more. I know it also might be because we were running short of time, so maybe you could have cut short that, but a little bit more interactive is something which I would recommend. And a little bit more of energy, I think, was missing. Apart from that, I think you did a great job, and the meeting was running smoothly. You made sure that you it was things are happening according to agenda. The timing, I know we kind of missed 10-11 minutes in the beginning, but you were trying your best that you are covering all of it in the meeting. So kudos to that, and a very job done on your part. I think I've missed the table topic master. I will just quickly talk about him. Okay, so firstly, I have never seen a table topic master presenting it on a slideshow, like giving that kind of information. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Deep. You've done a fantabulous job on that. You did explain the importance of table topic. How can you imply it? What is the application in real life? It was a very good job done. You also, one more thing that I really liked about today's table topic was you clearly mentioned that the role players would be refrained from giving, because usually that happens. People who are not speaking does not give is not given chance. So you made sure that you're giving chance to people who've not spoken once also during the meeting. So really good job done on that part, and also you gave a tip after the meeting, after the table topic. So really good job. The only recommendation for you would be maybe the topic were a little too long. So if they could have been a little short. I like the theme of it, innovative of it, that you chose funny topics, which was a good job, but a little short in length is something which I would recommend. And apart from that, I think you've done a really good job done. Now, quickly, I would just like to give some general recommendations for the overall meeting. So, firstly, one feedback that I would like to give for overall meeting is whenever there is a technical glitch or maybe camera and microphone adjusting, I would like the Zoom master to make sure that the stage is on mute, because there is a lot of talking and there's a lot of disturbance that happens while talking. So I think that should go on mute, because the whole meeting is getting recorded, so it looks a little unprofessional, is one of my feedback that I would like to give to the Zoom master. Next is handshake. So whenever there is a transfer of control, I would like to I would like to suggest everyone to have a handshake, because that is the format of Toastmasters. So that is something which is recommended and suggested. Also, when you're addressing, it is Toastmaster and not TM. So that is something that needs to be made sure. So we have to call it by Toastmaster Deep or Toastmaster Abhishek and not TM. We are going to refrain ourselves from using that. Apart from that, it was a great meeting. I enjoyed all the speeches and overall meeting. With this, I would like to give the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tulsi.
Thank you, Ninsula, for giving such a beautiful report. Now, I would like to do polling for role players. We will follow the same practice.
Okay, first major or minor? Auxiliary.
Auxiliary role player first we have to do.
Sergeant data, then the timer, then the R counter and gravity. So there were the 4 role players. So Sergeant data started in the earlier part, Toastmaster Devi. Then there was the you can see here Toast timer, Toastmaster Akash. Yeah, it's okay. Because all of you are going to your scene, right? So just close your eyes and I'm going to call the names. Okay. So for the Sergeant data, Toastmaster Devi. Good.
Next is timer, Akash Chandra.
Okay, good.
Third is grammarian, Ankit Singh.
Okay, good.
R counter, Akash Puri.
Okay. We are done.
We are done for auxiliary role playing and major role playing.
Okay, sir. There are 3 bullets. Can you launch the poll for major role players? Okay.
It is already there.
Can you see Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tulsi, then the general evaluator, Insia, and then the table topic master, TM. Okay. So first, with the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tulsi. Okay. Go ahead with the general evaluator, Toastmaster Insia. Okay, and the last one is Toastmaster D. Okay.
Thank you. Polling is end. Now we have reached to the end of the session, end of this meeting. I would request, I'm going to talk something of one or two lines about theme. Please use less garbage. It will help us introducing languages, and be mindful towards action and try to be reusable and by that materials which can be decomposed easily. It will help our environment to keep clean, and we will leave a healthier planet for our future generations. With this note, I would like to give control back to President Chandrashekhar for the closing address and moments of glory.
Yes, I will calculate it. Yes, you can take the gift.
Yeah. So thank you so much everyone for being over here. I would like to ask for a 5 minutes grace time for the meeting as being a president. So can anybody second that?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So first I would like to take guest feedback how they found about today's meeting and if there's any feedback they want to give to us. So let us start with first. Can give your feedback how you found today's meeting was.
It was a nice platform to learn and to develop our skills. I actually know about this Toastmasters with my friend Nikki. He referred you to come here and to join. And it was a nice platform to improve our skills and develop our overall personality.
Ask guest one to share his feedback as well.
This was well attended. Because I believe in competing with people, and to grow in everything, you have to have three surroundings. One is beginner, then there is a competition, then there is a role model. What I found in this meeting, in this organization, like we have beginners like me, like many of us do, and we have a competition like yourself, and then there are role models like yourself and Mr. Mayu as well. And then in Shia, I'm not sure pronouncing right then, Miss Inzia. She was a role model too. But I feel like I should be there, I should be here more, and I'm going to sign up for this, and I'm looking forward to be a role model. Hello everyone. So I enjoyed a lot today, and it is very nice platform to enhance leadership skills, your public speaking skills, and I enjoyed the speech given by Ashutosh and Sucheta. So it is nice having here. I'm being honored being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I hope all of the guests enjoyed today's meeting. Now it's time for the moment of glory. Those who did their job well, we would like to reward them by giving a token of appreciation. Though everybody did their best, but there has to be someone who did it more eventually. So the best speaker award goes to any guesses? Toastmaster Ashutosh. Can you have a certificate? I club has decided to go play some paper, so we are going ahead with the certificate in the digital one, but he will be receiving something different as well.
Yeah, exactly matters.
Thank you. Now comes the best auxiliary role player award, and that goes to Toastmaster Devai.
Somebody is sharing as well. Can you just can you do Windows please? Somebody is sharing the certificates for this certificate. Abhishek? Yeah, Abhishek is sharing.
Yes, I think it is that. Thank you. Now the best ever topic speaker award goes to Toastmaster Mayuri.
The light is coming.
not give us. This is fine.
Mine didn't even have a day, so
Thank you, Mr. Thank you. The best evaluator award goes to Toastmasters Chandrashekhar, which is me. Start with taking and the last, which is the best role player award, and that goes to our host of the today's meeting, Toastmaster Tulsi. Very nice. Yes, that's it.
the best photographer of the day award.
Yeah, so we work on photographer. Yeah, so Ashutosh, can anybody share the screen where the certificate is named after Ashutosh? Yes, it is here. So, perfect. Again. So there are a couple of announcements to be made. So last week, Toastmaster Mayuresh completed his level 3. He started his level 3. Apart from that, our club XCOM has started the new initiative that is called as the Table Topic Thursdays, where we try to conduct just the table topic session for each and everyone. It is open to all of you as the contest of table topic is just around the corner. So I would request each and everyone to be more proactive in it. If you want to take a small role in it as well, you can inform me or any one of the XCOM members. With that, I would like to call this meeting to adjourn and we can have a group photo. And I would request each and everyone to come on the stage.
Just come, make it. You can stop the recording.